Welcome back to the channel, people. Hope you guys are good and enjoyed your week so far. Hope you guys did enjoy the game today, at least for the ones that weren't hate watching. But yeah, let's get straight into it. Today we had Real Madrid versus Mallorca. We beat them 2-1, came back from a 1-0 deficit. Arda Guler and Vinicius were the goal scorers today. And yeah, let's get straight into it. I'm actually going to start with the starting lineup as always. A lot of changes made again. Vinny back in the starting lineup. Same for Militao and Trent. Must I don't know how to say his last name. I'm not gonna lie to you. Franco back in the lineup again, as a starter. So looks like Xabi really trusts him. The question, should he trust him? That's something we're gonna find out today, and we'll talk about. But yeah, outside of that, mostly the main guys, Carreras, Dino Shin, Courtois, of course, Chouameni, Guler, Valverde, with Mbappe up top. Not much changes made after those consistent ones that he made today. I guess we should start off this game with Vinny. I think Vinny today. I was very proud of Vinny today, even without his goal, which I thought was a brilliant goal that he took. I was a little bit mad when he didn't pass the ball at first, but like people always say, like when you're in that certain players, you just have to be selfish. And if Vinny's gonna be selfish and take that shot, if he's making it, I have no problem at all. If he's gonna be scoring those type of goals, then he can be all the selfish in the world that he wants, in my opinion. But yeah, that's not what I was even happy with Vinny today. I thought his defensive work rate was very good. I thought like he was doing very well on the ball, taking his man on, doing all those things that we know Vinny to be. And he just looked a lot better than what we've been seeing from him in the past, and it was just good to see him out there. Like I like I said, good goal by him. Though I initially I'm screaming, pass the ball, pass the ball, but he takes it, passes it on to his other feet, and voila, we have a goal winning. We have a winner from Vinny. And then we'll go to Mbappe. I feel like I might be too hard on Mbappe, to be honest, because like this role that he's playing, it has to be coming from the manager for him to be drifting this wide and this much, because there was no reason why I saw Mbappe more deeper than all our midfielders today. And there's like this one instant of the game, and I just saw him being so much deeper than everybody else. I'm like, this has to be an instruction from Xabi, and I would hope one of the what's it called, one of the press people asked him this at one point if that's how he wants Mbappe to play, and we'll see. Cause like I feel like to me, if I was the manager, which I'm not, of course, I would want Mbappe closer to the center backs and hugging that line. But it looks like he's giving him the ultimate freedom, and if that's how he thinks he's gonna get the best out of Mbappe, then all right, we'll see. We'll see how long it lasts until what's it called. But if he is gonna give Mbappe the freedom, the one thing that I need him to like really harp onto the other players, if let's say he Mbappe just to the left, Vinny has not to his. I need him to be able to tell Vinny to. You see, once Mbappe comes here, you just go straight to a striker position, because I really don't like when we don't have anybody operating in the box. I feel like it just lets out the defenders easy, in my opinion, and it makes it harder for the creators that are looking to create, in my opinion. And let's talk about those creators actually. The two main creators in this team is currently Arda Guler and Trent Alexander-Arnold. Trent opened up this game with a beautiful pass to Mbappe, who was legitimately like a finger or fingernail off sides, and it was called off. Whether you think that was the right angle to look at or not, I don't know, but if I was gonna be very happy for Trent. I feel like that was gonna be his first official GA with us in La Liga and stuff like that. It would have been good for him to just like shut all the noise off about not necessarily Carvajal, but just all the noise about him being benched, him and not being called up for the World Cup, not the World Cup, for his national team. I feel like it would have shut all that noise up, but I think he did a very good job of that today. Created a bunch of chances for Mbappe, for Vinny, and you can tell like there was a point in the game where he was like towards the edge of the box, and instead of just aimlessly just crossing the ball, but he realized, I think he looked up and then he realized, oh, I'm not playing with some guys that are able to just have some mad heading ability or some mad aerial ability. He was like, you know what? I'm gonna just do a low cross, and he passed it on to somebody, and that person created a chance today. And I just thought that was like a moment of brilliance from him, just to be adjusting like on the fly to knowing that him just putting the ball in the box isn't just gonna keep working, because clearly the players don't have the area ability for it to work. So he adjusted the way he played the pass, and I thought that was brilliant. Saved the goal today. I just thought he did good defensively, like always. Was very good on the ball. I think he mostly did the most of his work on the right hand side today, up and down the flank. Because with Franco, you really saw Franco drifting essentially, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But so it was basically just Trent on the right hand side by himself, and I thought he did a brilliant job with that. The other player that we have to talk about, of course, in terms of creativity, is gonna be Arda Güler. I won't lie to you, the way Arda Güler started this game, I was gonna say it might be time for him to come off. And this is like the first 15 to 20 minutes. He was just playing like, I don't know if it's scared, but he was just giving the ball away. He was just doing a lot, and I don't know what happened, but after a while, he picked it. He realized that he was playing bad, and he scored a goal from a set piece, and it was brilliant for him to even be in the position that he was in. Brilliant set piece play. Dean Huijsen crosses the ball back, and it just looked very good. Um, like I said, he started off shaky, but he improved. I'm really, to be honest, the one thing that I was really worried about with Arda Güler was his physicality, especially when he transitioned to the midfield. But this guy, he competes off the ball. Like, you will see him running his ass off. 1 second he'll be up there with Mbappe. The next second you'll see him with the center backs. This guy runs his ass off. He's in always on the entire pitch. Like, I wouldn't see, he might like, he's starting to be like the new Fede in a way. Like, the guy runs his ass off in my opinion, and for what he lacks, he makes up for it in a lot of different places. And there was also times when you see him looking for the ball. When he has the ball, he's looking for a pass and stuff like that to try to create chances for our players. But because the position is not too correct right now, it's hard for him to really find that final ball. But like I said, he did a good job today. Should have had 2 goals. One was incorrectly taken off, in my opinion, and the rest are, it's just La Liga, man. Like, you gotta take the rest with a grain of salt when you watch these games, because they will have you going mad. I'm getting used to it. We're gonna get fucked over. The amount of times that I see Franco getting fouled and nothing happens is insane. No card is given, no foul is given. I said the other day, last game, he should have won a penalty. Nothing. Like, it's just La Liga. Like, literally, it's not football. It's La Liga. That's the only way I can say it, honestly. But yeah, I thought outside of the beginning half, the beginning of the game for Arda, I thought he responded well, and that's what you want. Like, players are not perfect; they're not always gonna start off well and finish the game and just play a 10 out of 10, an 8 out of 8, and 9 out of 9. I mean 9 out of 10, 8 out of 10. You know what I mean. He started bad. He realized that he was playing bad, and he responded, got us back into the game, and then continued playing like his old self again. And I thought that was brilliant. Did I talk about Mbappe? Like I said, I think I did, but I think I'm starting to be too harsh on him because I'm just simply expecting a lot from him. But legitimately, like this guy, he should be. I think it would be a very big disappointment if Mbappe doesn't score more than 50 goals this season. Legitimately, he has two creators that is really looking for him, and Arda and Trent. And then you can add Vinny to that, who's also looking for him. He's on the penalties. He's now taking free kicks. For some reason, why he's taking free kicks, I don't know. But like I said, he has all the opportunity. He has good creators around him. There's not much he can ask for more, in my opinion. And he's also doing a lot of defensive work. I'm seeing him run a little bit more, which is good. I'm seeing him track back and stuff like that, which is good. So I'm liking what I'm seeing Mbappe. It's only 3 games so far in terms of the season. But let's keep this level up. Let's continue to build on it. I just wanted him to stay a little bit centrally, or if he does, then I want him to at least communicate to the other player that he's like this should be happening like in the practice. Like if you see I go, then you go. Don't both just stand there. And like I said, I just want him to be able to like he's like the fastest guy in the world, most likely probably still is, and there's legitimately no reason for him to be outside. In my opinion, you have all the speed in the world to beat anybody. Use your speed to your advantage. Use it, especially when you're in open space. There's no reason for you to be outsides. Now, Franco, let's talk about him. 18-year-old player from Argentina. Second start at the Bernabeu. I think they said that he was the youngest ever player to ever start in a game for at the Bernabeu for Real Madrid. So that should tell you like the what's happening. Like I think this kid has talent. I just do not think he's a right winger. And if you watch him, you see that the defenders will show him the byline, and he just won't take it because he's not a winger. He's similar to Brahim and Arda, where they can play out there because they can, but they're just not wingers, in my opinion, and they're just being forced into that role because that's what the team needs from them. I'm pretty sure when Jude Bellingham comes back, we will see Franco dropped and Jude will be playing and we'll go back to a two striker system. And I think that's what it will be. But like I said, I do want to see more from him. I feel like he's losing the ball a lot and stuff like that. But to me, that also means he's trying. He's trying to do certain things, and it's just not working as of this moment. But that doesn't mean that it won't work in the future. So, like I said, this is all positive stuff from him. He just needs to continue to improve, take the chances that Xavi has given him, and he will be fine. And take advantage of the opportunity. Like I said, the defensive work from him, brilliant stuff. This guy is hounding players. He's pressing hard. He's tracking back. I love all that stuff. I just want to see a little bit in terms of him just playing his role a little bit better. I think he could do. But then you can also say that him trying to go for crosses doesn't really make sense when for him to be crossing the ball aimlessly because half the time Mbappe's not in the box, and even if Mbappe was in the box, it's not like Mbappe is gonna win area duels and stuff like that and score a goal. You know what I mean? But like I said, I do kind of want to see Gonzalo next week. I think that would be a good change to make. Will he make it? I don't know. True, I mean today, Rock as always. I thought he was very good. Maybe a little bit shaky in the first 20 to 10 minutes area. Outside of that, he was brilliant today. Like his tackling, like before I used to think of Chouameni as like a pure DM, like those guys like the Busquets, the Rodgers who are so good on the ball, like they're able to be press resistance and stuff like that. But when it comes to like the defensive side and just being that DM, I didn't think that he was the type of player that we would see today. I don't know what he did over the summer or ever since he got booed, but credit to him, man. Credit to him for bouncing back from from that. And then we're gonna go to who I thought was the man of the match today. Alvaro or Alvarez Carreras. Man, this guy is a different beast. He is a different beast to me. Like he's going up and down, constantly giving Vinny the option to overload, to overlap, all those things. And I thought he was just brilliant today. Created a lot of stuff, created a lot of chaos on his side of the pitch, defended well. He had that brilliant goal saving tackle, like right on the line. Just brilliant stuff from him. Like I said, I'm probably so far. Well, no, I think so far this has been a great window. We've gotten Carreras, Dean Hoyson, Trent, and Franco as his new signings, and I would argue he's been him and Hoyson have been the best two. And then speaking of Dean Hoyson, I thought today we saw him getting a little bit tired towards the end of the game, which is kind of why I want Xabi to be making subs a little bit more faster, especially towards the end of the when the especially in the 60th minute range. I would rather the subs be made, but I think he made them like 77th something minute or something like that. Anyway, not that it really matters. I just think that he looked a little bit sluggish and tired out there, and I want to see the best from Dean Hoyson. So maybe next game, well, he'll be away to international break. So we'll see. We'll see how that works. Uh, Militao, how this man is performing the way he is when he had back-to-back ACL injuries doesn't really make sense to me. He's moving like around like nothing happened. Like, brother, we can see you had a major injury. It's all right. Like, we get it. We get it, bro. And this guy, he's been balling out. I think the two main center back partnership is between him and Dean Hoyson. And yeah, like I said, I think he's past Rudiger, at least for now, in the totem pole. He was always ahead of Raul Asensio and stuff like that. But yeah, like I said, I think I spoke about Trent already. Like I said, brilliant balls played in, brilliant stuff from him today. Courtois barely had to make saves today, like one or two or three, if I remember correctly. And the funniest things is that we're not seeing those. Courtois saved first minute, like we're actually winning the ball back up higher than on the pitch. So that doesn't really become a problem because we're doing what we're supposed to be doing higher up the pitch. Uh, so credit to him. And then the manager, like I said, man, I think I wish he would go away from this 4-3-3, or if he's gonna keep it, then like I said, the two wingers, there needs to be actually two wingers, which needs to be Mbappe and Vinny, and then he needs to be playing either Gonzalo Garcia there at the striker position, or just having Jude box crash and stuff like that. And I think that would work in my opinion. Uh, I don't think him being that free roaming guy is gonna work in the long term. Outside that, don't really have much complaints. 3 wins out of three so far, top of La Liga. Not that it matters at this point, but it does matter still. But yeah, like I said, signing in the season so far is looking like our boy Carreras. Uh, for us, thank you, Man United, for not activating that buyback clause. Thank you, what's it called, Eric Ten Hag, for even sending him our way the way that you did by selling him to Benfica for pennies on the cheap. So yeah, like I said, 2-1 win, not bad of a performance. Like I said, the same person that told me that Xabi focuses on our defense first said it again today. He focuses on defense first, then he transitions into the attack. And I think we'll start seeing that soon. Hopefully, after the international break, we'll see that. Um, like I said, outside of that, I thought we played good. We played decent. I would have loved to see a little bit more control in the second half. But when we've talked about it before, where I said that the system that Xabi's playing It's very energy taxing and stuff like that. So it takes like when they come out in the second half, you need like changes basically immediately, in my opinion. And we'll see how he plays subs for now. But I thought today he did a good job of bringing them on as early as he could, and then that's gonna be mostly it for me today. Somehow the last video we got hit 76 views, so thank you. I appreciate you guys. Make sure you keep subscribing. Make sure you keep commenting. I want to know your thoughts. I want to know what you're thinking. So let me know in the comments. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day. Peace and love to all of you, and peace out.